Hello and welcome to the National Fish and Wildlife Foundation's webinar on how to use our EasyGrants mapping tool to provide the Foundation with a map of your project location. Once you've started your full proposal task in EasyGrants, open the task from your home page and navigate to the map page within your full proposal task. Once on the map page, please take a moment to read through the page instructions before starting. In particular, note the important reminders displayed in red. Also, please take a few minutes to read the help document that you can access by clicking Help on the left side of the page. The document will open in a separate window, and you can keep it open for reference while you create and upload your project location map. If desired, you can save the help document locally for reference. However, note the revised date in the footer, as this document may change as new features are added to the mapping tool. On the first page of the help document, you'll find a glossary of terms that you may find helpful to review. We'll use these mapping terms during this webinar and refer back to this glossary to provide the definitions. The remainder of the help document provides detailed step-by-step instructions for this mapping process. Now, let's begin mapping your project. Once you begin creating a map area, as you'll read in red on the map page as well as in the help document, you have 1 hour to create and submit it. You can create as many map areas as you need. The 1 hour limit applies to starting the process of creating and then submitting a map area. So for good measure, after submitting each project area, we recommend clicking Save at the bottom of the page, which will restart the 1 hour clock. If you should time out before you submit and save a project area, you may lose work. So it's very important to submit and save as you go. So for our purposes, we've scrolled down to the bottom of the page, and we're going to click Save to reset the system clock, so that now we have the full hour if needed. Next, we'll create 1 or more project areas for our map. There are 3 options for doing this. The first option is to upload a shapefile. The second option is to select by geography, and the third option is to draw a custom area. The first option, upload a shapefile, is used when you've already created a project map using a GIS system. GIS is Geographic Information System. It's a tool outside of this mapping tool, and if you want to upload that document into your proposal. In case you're not familiar with it, the term shapefile is defined in our glossary of terms. It's a method of storing geographic location information. It consists of several files, and it's created and modified using a GIS software package. And again, GIS stands for Geographic Information Systems. If you do not already have a pre-drawn project area, you can use the system to create one, this system. The second and third options for providing your project map allow you to create your own. The second option, Select by Geography, provides map layers and features for specific geographic features that you can select. This is a paint-by-numbers approach and should only be used if you are doing a project in the entire predefined area that's provided. In case you're not familiar with the terms layers and features, once again, they're defined in the glossary of terms. A layer is a set of thematic spatial data, such as watersheds, counties, states, A feature is a single defined area within the layer. Finally, if you are not going to use the Select by Geography, or if you're using that, you can also draw a custom area. This method allows for a custom area to be drawn freehand using the Draw Polygon tool. In case you're not familiar with that term, as it's used in mapping, polygon, again defined in the glossary of terms, is the term that's used for the shape of your project location. Okay, so first let's look at uploading a shapefile. Note that as you're providing your map areas for your project, you can use one or more of these options. You can upload a shapefile. You can also add an area using the Select by Geography, and you can also add an area by drawing a custom area. So you're not limited to one option, as long as what you're providing is specifically the map area for your project and nothing more than that. Okay, so to upload a shapefile, uploading a shapefile is the default selection. So when you first come to the map page, you'll see that it's open. Follow the directions in this section to upload a compressed zip file. And note two things about the file. The shapefile must be of the polygon geometry type. This is going to be a selection that you will make in the GIS tool that you use to create your shapefile. Second, the compressed zip file cannot exceed 1 megabyte in size. So before you upload your shapefile, you do have to create it in a compressed or zipped file. To do this, we're going to locate our shapefile files. Navigate to where your shapefiles are on your computer. Select all the files, right mouse click, and select Send to, and then select Compressed or Zipped folder. The system will create a zip file containing all of these files. Note where this zip file is being stored, and also note the size. Ours is small, 8 KB, and is well within the 1 megabyte file size limit. Next, return to the map page and click Browse. Navigate to the folder containing your zipped shapefile and select the zip file and click Open. The file will load and the file name will be displayed. Next, choose from a field from the drop-down list to represent the name of your project areas. Typically, you'd select the Name field. Next, click Add to Map. Your shapefile will now appear in the My Project Area location, as well as in the map window in orange. This indicates that it's a pending project location, as you can see in the map legend at the bottom of the page. If this is your only project map area, you can proceed to submitting, confirming, and saving your project location map. To do this, first click Submit Project Location. Always remember to submit your project location before you click Save at the bottom of the page. If you don't submit first, you will lose your project location data. After submitting, make sure that your polygon is displayed in green. As you can see in the map legend at the bottom of the page, green indicates that it's a submitted project location. Next, again, if you're finished mapping, You can confirm that your project has been mapped as accurately as possible by checking the box under the map window. Finally, save your project location by clicking Save. If you click Save, the project location information that you just entered will be saved and you'll stay on the page. If you're finished and want to move to the next page in your full proposal task, you can click Save and Continue, and it will save your information and move you to the next page. So you've now created, submitted, confirmed, and saved your project location map. The map information is saved in your proposal data and can be viewed at any time by returning to this page. So if you were to return to the main page and then go back to the map page, you'll see that the information that you've entered has been saved. We can scroll down. We'll see that my project area is here, NC Sandhills. And to see that it's actually mapped, I can click on that project area, and it navigates me directly to the project area showing my submitted project locations with my green polygon. An important note: at present, you'll not be able to view your map data in the final proposal PDF that's generated once you finish your full proposal. If you'd like to keep a copy of this information for your records, you can capture a screenshot of the page and save the file locally on your computer. Later versions of this mapping tool will also allow you to print the mapping page. This feature is not enabled at present, but later versions will enable you to print it, and also even future versions will incorporate your mapping data directly into your full proposal. Okay, so now we're going to look at the other options for providing mapping information. Next, we'll look at the second option for mapping your project: select by geography. Remember that with this option, you'll select a predefined area within the map that's provided. To use this option, click the Select by Geography option bar. This tool, as mentioned earlier, provides map layers and specific geographic features and should only be used if you're including the entire predefined area for your project, as you can't change it. Remember that the terms layers and features are defined in the glossary of mapping terms in the help document. The first step in this option is to navigate in the map to the general location of your project area. You can do this by clicking the plus sign to zoom in, the minus sign to zoom out, and click, hold, and drag your mouse button to move around the map. So we're going to zoom in to an area that's close to the area that we've already mapped. Once you're in the general vicinity of your map, select the layer that's appropriate for your project by clicking the radio button to the left of the name. We're going to look at protected areas. As you can see, there are several layers to choose from, so you select one at a time. After selecting the layer that you want to use, you'll see that the map refreshes and highlights the specific areas. These are highlighted in green. Next, within the area, the layer that you've selected, you can choose a feature. To do that, you click directly into the layer area that you've selected, and an Identify Results window will be displayed. To preview that specific feature, you click the eye to the right of that feature name. The feature details will be highlighted in purple. The second option to actually selecting a layer and feature is to search for it using the search bar at the bottom. So if we enter a specific term here where we know there is a feature, type that in and press enter, and the system will find our results and display them below the search bar. Note that if you have several locations, you may have to scroll down in this area to see them all. Once again, to preview this location, you click on the eye to the right of that name, and the location will be drawn again in purple. Once you've found the area that you're looking for, you can add it to your project areas by clicking the plus button to the right of the name. Once you do that, the area is shown in orange, and as we know from our previous project area submission, this indicates that it's pending, a pending project location. So we're ready to submit this. We click Submit Project Location. That project area is now highlighted in green, which indicates that it is submitted. We also see it listed in our project areas. Once again, if we're finished mapping our project, we can go down to the bottom of the page and click Save. We can add as many of these project areas to our map as we'd like. Again, each time submitting the project location first and then clicking Save. Okay, the third option and final option for mapping your project is to draw a custom area. To do this, click on the Draw a Custom Area option bar. Next, as we did before, we're going to navigate to the location where we want to create our map. To do this, I'm going to select my initial project area so that it brings me into the general vicinity. And then I'm going to zoom in using the plus sign. You can also scroll your mouse if that's how you prefer to zoom. And once I've zoomed in to the level of detail that I need to create my polygon, I'm going to click Draw Polygon. The term polygon is used here to define the shape that you'll create when you select your area. Remember, that term is also defined in the Glossary of Mapping Terms in the help document. So once I click Draw Polygon, I'm going to go over to the area where I'd like to select it, press my left mouse key, begin drawing, and finish my shape. Once I finish my shape, I have to give it a name. I'm going to just give it a simple name here, and I have to click Create Project Area. Now, two things about drawing a polygon. Once you begin selecting your area, you have to finish the polygon. In other words, you have to close the multi-sided figure. So you have to start and end at the same point. Also important is once your polygon is drawn, you cannot edit it. You can delete it and start over, but you cannot edit it. So once you finish drawing it, your polygon will be displayed in orange. Again, as we know, that's a pending project area. And in order to finalize it, we're going to click Submit Project Location. Now the polygon will be displayed in green, indicating that it's a submitted project location. We'll also see that we now have 3 project areas in our project area list. Okay, and finally, we'll click Save at the bottom of the page. So you can see that in creating your project location map, you can use any one of the options, uploading a shapefile that already exists, selecting by geography, if you're going to use a predefined area, or drawing a custom area to create your own. If you haven't already done so, check the confirmation box at the bottom of the page to indicate that you've confirmed that your project is mapped as accurately as possible. And save to save and stay on the page, or save and continue to save your information and move to the next page in this task. So you've now created, submitted, confirmed, and saved project mapping areas for multiple project areas, and you've done it using multiple methods in the system. As stated earlier, at present, you'll not be able to view your map data in the final proposal PDF, nor can you use the print feature, but you can return to this page at any time, select your project area, and take a screenshot of the page and save that locally. Again, you can return to the map page at any time to refine your project map by adding new project areas or deleting existing. You will not use this tool to edit an existing project area. Once it's submitted, it's fixed. However, you can delete project areas and re-add them. For example, I can select the sample shape that I created, and to delete it, I click the X to the right of that shape. I'll be asked to confirm by clicking delete. The shape will be removed from my map. So now if I zoom out, I can see that I have just the two areas that I created and uploaded earlier, and I have them both listed in my project area. Note also that if you become a foundation grantee, you will have reporting opportunities to further refine your project map area if needed. Always remember that you can get help by clicking the help link, or should you have further needs or need further support, if you scroll down to the bottom of the page, you can contact the foundation using the help desk email link or by calling the help desk phone number. This concludes the National Fish and Wildlife Foundation's webinar for the EasyGrants mapping tool. Thank you.